Welcome back to Chaos Collectibles. So I just got a couple things in the mail today, which, takes me to that eBay rant that I had the other day. So this dude had a bunch of stuff. Each thing was individual. Buy it now or make an offer. And once I made an offer and he accepted it, bam, they just took my money right out. So I was getting charged like $6 for each one of these things for shipping. Ended up working out with the dude. I'll tell you about that here in a minute, but it's pretty awesome. So I got that Snake Mountain a while back. So I ended up going on there and I was like, it'd be kind of cool to get some vintage Masters of the Universe figures, okay? So here is Fisto. Excellent condition, great paint. This guy's in awesome shape. So I ended up picking this guy up with his sword as well. Sword's in good condition. So very happy to have it. As well as his horse Stridor. It is missing the thing up here, but that's all right. No big deal. Really didn't care for that on here. The Black Night Stalker one didn't even have this. It was just painted like this one. But that's one I want to get next. So if you can only imagine this and that, okay? And of course I had to pick up this guy too. These are all in bags, so you got to bear with me for a minute. And he says they all stand on their own, which is good. I got to have figures that stand. I can't have stuff toppling over all the time. I mean, this guy's legs seem like they're a little loose, but no big deal. And this guy was from Michigan too, so I was like, hey, I'm not that far from you. Is there any way you can combine shipping? And he's like, yeah. So I just started making offers. He accepted them. And this is just ringing up, So here's Man-at-Arms, complete. Got his stuff here. He's in good shape as well. Excellent paint on the head. Really glad to have this. This has a little mark right there, but that's all right. That's all right. And he doesn't seem to be cooperating as far as standing goes. So I may have to play around with these for a little bit, which is kind of a bummer. There we go. It got him to stand up. And then, there was one more that I got. And I really like this guy too. He's got all of his stuff. He's got all of his stuff right here in the bag. But here is Trapjaw. Very cool. All three weapons are in the bag. Glad to have this guy. Good paint as well. He's got a little mark here, but that's not the end of the world. I might be able to get that off with some alcohol or something. So I got this guy, Trapjaw, okay? So after I made all them offers and stuff, they took my money out immediately. He sent me another message and says, hey man, here's a list of some other things that I have. He's like, so to make it right, as far as the shipping goes and stuff, he's like, make me an offer on these last couple things that you want, if you want it. So I did, and he put them all on there for free shipping. So I told him at that point, hey, don't worry about combining the shipping with everything all together. It's fine, it'll work out okay. So it's nice to be able to work things out with people, which is pretty cool. Because he also sold me this. That's right, Clawful with the weapon, okay? I'm not going to get too crazy with the Masters of the Universe figures, I don't think. Between these that I have here and what I have up there, I probably got half of what I want anyway. So, I'd say probably max total 30 figures, give or take, on these guys. And then we move on to the Whiplash, okay? Very cool. Tail is intact. I know they had a lot of issues over the years with this guy having some tears in the tail. And then this guy here. This is probably the first one I ever owned myself as a kid. And I like this guy. I thought he was pretty cool. Mechaneck. So that is Mechaneck. His paint's good too. So yeah, I got all these from the same dude. So that was pretty cool. Pretty awesome to be able to pick some of these guys up. I haven't owned these guys, let's see, in 2008. When I was going through some stuff. Oh, I didn't notice this, but he does have quite a bit of paint wear in the back of his head, but it's all right. He'll still display good for in the front. 2008. I ended up selling off a lot of my figures due to losing the job and stuff. So that's kind of how that went down. So now I'm starting to reacquire some of that stuff that I haven't owned in, 15 years. The only thing is the stuff's a lot more expensive now than it was then. eBay was completely different back in 2002, 2003. But yeah, I mean, Remco figures sell for a lot more now than they used to then, that's for sure. A mint Skullman is like $50, Complete Conan was about $50 at that time. Maybe even 40. I was going to do another video on this one, but it seems like I'm not going to open it, so I'm just going to show it on here. This is the Legends of Dragonore PowerCon exclusive, okay? I ended up getting this on eBay as well. It was a make an offer item. Paid a little more for it than I wanted to, but that's okay. And then it was still cheaper than Big Bad Toy Store. And then I was kind of on Facebook yesterday, and someone had a link to the pre-orders for 1.5 are coming out, I believe today. I think I'll have to double check that. And it took me right to Formo's website to where you can order these things. And this is still on there. It's actually cheaper on there than it is at Big Bad Toy Store by quite a bit, and still cheaper than what I got this for on eBay. But I know those aren't shipping yet. So, I mean, I did get this sooner, but I'm really glad to have it. It's got the sealed plastic, and this is one of those things to where it's like, man, I want to open it up just to display the window, but I don't know if I want to do that. So I'm a little undecided. I'm going to keep it like this for now. I don't want to, I know I normally do the unboxings, tear things up, and do all that stuff on here, but I don't think I'm going to quite do that with this one yet. So this is the Legends of Dragonore, okay? And in this set, you get a Barbaro, which I really like this version. He's got the, looks like a metallic blue axe and crown. And he's got the darker colors throughout. And then there's a translucent green Oscuro with purple. And then there's a translucent Divine Armor as well. So here's your Series 1. But look at those dragons. I cannot wait for these dragons to come out. These things are going to be super freaking awesome. Cannot wait for those. I really like that green dragon. That green dragon to me, that sculpt, the color, everything about it is really awesome. Purple one's cool too. I mean, I like the red one, and these things actually transform. So they go down in all fours. There's like a rider set. You can put your guys on top. But yeah, I mean, I really like that green dragon. That thing is freaking awesome. So once 1.5 does the pre-orders, I'm not sure when the pre-orders are going to happen on the dragons. I don't know if that's going to be after 1.5 ships. But either way, that's going to happen before Wave 2. I saw all the stuff for Wave 2. And there was a reveal at the PowerCon. But they didn't have the witch that has the Manny Faces type head that spins around. It gets evil and then it gets normal. Very cool. And then there's like a native chief that looks pretty awesome too. And I don't think they've revealed the Divine Armor yet. But yeah, there's caveman. You can make a army builder out of cavemen which is pretty cool. There's a plant dude, and then there's like a dinosaur dude. And then there's one more, I believe, and I can't think because I know they come in sixes, groups of 6. But yeah, that's what we have for today. This is the Legend of Dragonore. Really like these guys. Wished I could display them in such a way. I think I can open this up, but I don't want to tear this plastic. I don't know yet. I get weird about stuff like that for the longest time. I did that with my Zolos. I was a mint on card Zolo collector. And then I started going to these auctions where Mike started selling loose figures and stuff. And then I started busting my stuff open. And yeah, it's just kind of how that started, you know. But yeah, there you have it, everybody. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope you all have an awesome day. Until next time. Woo!